up, internet? My name's Sammy Fightmaster and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am so sad. My favorite show, Schitt's Creek, is over. Their series finale premiered this week and I'm just so sad. I'm one of those people that gets way too emotionally invested in a show, so I'm like, what do I do now with my life? It was such a great show. I loved it. It's awesome. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's just, there's nothing else like it. It's so good. This video is basically just going to be a little overview of the series as a whole. Kind of what sets up the story. Just so you get like a little bit of information, because I don't want to spoil it for you because it's so good and I just want you to go watch it and then let me know what you think. So, Schitt's Creek is a Canadian-based show, like fully Canadian-based. All the actors in it are from Canada, which there are some big names in it that I didn't know that they were Canadian actors, so that was fun to learn. So, Schitt's Creek is about this family, the Rose family, who are like these ultra millionaires that kind of fall from grace. So the father of the family, Johnny Rose, owned kind of a Blockbuster situation. He had like an international movie rental business, but one of his associates embezzled all of his money and they lost all their money. So he got caught, they lost all their money, and the feds came in and they were taking all of their assets, all their belongings, and basically gave them like a certain amount of time to get out, and they could take whatever they could grab in that little amount of time. So they've lost their house, so they have nowhere to go except for this one asset that the government didn't take because they saw it as like it wasn't worth anything. It was a worthless piece of property. And it was this town that Johnny had bought for his son David as a joke for a birthday present. And they bought the town sight unseen. Had no clue what it looked like. All they knew was the name and they thought it was funny, so they bought it. And the town's name is Schitt's Creek. It's this very small rural town that these people that are used to having this very lavish lifestyle have to now move to. It's the only place that they can go. They live in this little motel that's very run down, very dirty. This town, it's in the middle of nowhere. The mayor situation is like, they only have mayors from one family. It's like the mayorship is handed down from generation to generation in this one family. Very weird situation, but it's funny. The actor that plays this mayor is just hilarious. He's awesome. So the Rose family gets thrown into this town and they have to try to adapt to a new, much simpler life than they're used to. And they don't want to do that, but that's just kind of what they gotta do till they get back on their feet. So the family is made up of Johnny and Moira are the parents, and then David and Alexis are the two children. They're adult children, but they moved with their family because they've known nothing else. And before they moved to this town, they're not really a close family. Like, they're all off doing their own thing. Moira's an actress. David's really into fashion, and Alexis just has all these wild adventures. And they're all off on their own, so they never really have spent that much time together until now. Now they have nowhere else to be but this little town. So this whole show kind of progresses and shows how they have fallen out of this lifestyle and now have to cope with the fact that they have zero money, and how they move on with their lives and how they interact with this town, which it's just funny to watch them interact because they're all so used to this high quality life, and they come into this little small town where everybody dresses pretty casual, like people wear blue jeans and flannels, and they're all walking around this town in designer clothes. And my favorite thing about this show is David's outfits. They're awesome. I just love them because they're like, why would you wear that in this town? But that's like a big personality of the show, is just David's outfits alone. And I love this show just because the way that the Rose family has to now interact with everybody else and basically build new dreams of their own. It's just so funny. Like, it's none of them, they all have like this warped sense of simple, and they just, all their assumptions about life in general is so different from everybody else in this town. And it's so fun to watch how they interact with everybody and the friendships that they form, all the bonds, all the relationships. It's just so fun to watch. I loved it. And that's what made me so sad when it ended, was like the last 3 episodes of this season, season 6 that just finished. The last 3 episodes, I was just in tears because you're seeing it all wrap up, and you're seeing all these relationships kind of come to an end, and just see how they have transformed since the first season. And it's just, it was so heartwarming and so nice. It just made me sad, but I loved it. My favorite character was David, just because he's so over the top and sarcastic, and I loved it. I love David. I love all the characters. All of the Rose family have like their own little quirks that they're just all so extra, and I love it. And it just, their personalities do not match this town whatsoever, and those interactions just are gold. They're so good. This show stars Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Dan Levy, who's Eugene Levy's son, and Annie Murphy. So off the top of your head, you probably don't have an image of Catherine O'Hara in your mind, but let me just, you'll all know who she is when I say this. She's Kevin McAllister's mom. Yeah. So I always picture her saying, Kevin! Like, that's imprinted in my mind forever. However, her character in this show has this accent that is from nowhere on the planet. It's just like this, I don't even know how to describe the accent. It's very unique, and she has a way of really exaggerating things. She uses all of these big words to describe things that are so simple, and it's so funny. You never know what's coming out of her mouth. This show is just so good. It's 6 seasons long. It's about 13 to 14 episodes a season. The last 2 have had 14 episodes. And all the episodes are about 30 minutes a piece. So it's not that long. It's a very binge-worthy show, and it's very easy to binge. You can watch the first 5 seasons on Netflix and a bunch of other places. I think it's on Hulu, Amazon Prime, Apple TV. You can watch it a bunch of different places. The most recent season, the final season, season 6, I watched it on demand. You can get it on Amazon Prime, and you can watch it on Hulu if you pay more for Hulu than I do. I have the very basic option, so I cannot watch Schitt's Creek on Hulu because you need like the Showtime package, whatever. I ain't paying for that. So if you already pay for that, you're set. This show, I would definitely give 5 stars. It's just awesome. Like, it's so funny. It's so heartwarming at the same time. And it's just, it was so great to see all these characters develop throughout the whole series. I'm so sad that it's over. Like, I just want more. But I get it. They did all that they could with the story, and instead of like dragging it out and just trying to push it too far, they ended it at a good point. So I can appreciate that. The show was created by Eugene and Dan Levy. Dan did a lot of the writing for the show, and he's so funny. He's such a great writer. Like, the show was done so well. There's nothing I would change about it other than more episodes. I highly recommend watching this show. It's great. I don't know how much more I can say about it. It's just a good show, and you have to watch it. If you just want a show that you can laugh at, it's definitely that. I'm so happy that I found this series and watched all of it quickly. I think what you all are discovering from this channel is that I binge shows way more than a person should, but it's life. Well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also if you like Schitt's Creek, you should give this video a thumbs up, but let me know down in the comments your thoughts about the show. If you want to see more reviews like this, hit that subscribe button, and then hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos. I really appreciate all of you subscribing and liking and watching these videos. I see it, and I love you for it. Well, I guess that's all I've got for you today, so I guess I will see you next time. Bye!